Welcome back to Read No Evil, where we get into all the gritty details of your favorite horror books. This week, we're going to be finishing the book of My Sister the Serial Killer by Oyinkan Braithwaite, chapters Father to number 5. Ian. Oh, I'm Shaela Payne. Who are you?
That's crazy. You introduced someone without introducing yourself. You broke character.
I'm just delirious. What's going on?
It's Tuesday right now.
Okay,
Right now,
I know.
like this podcast, it says it loud and clear. New episodes every Tuesday. It's currently Tuesday.
Okay, the last 3 episodes we've posted on Tuesday morning for Tuesday morning.
I was gonna say it's technically not Tuesday morning by the way we commonly know it. It's actually Tuesday at 12:37 a.m.
It counts.
It's been Tuesday for 37 minutes.
Technically, you could say that it's Monday, and I'm going to.
All right.
I'm going to.
Okay, it's Monday night in the late night.
So I've got thoughts about the end of this book, and I don't even have any thoughts for the beginning of this section.
I could go over
Literally
it.
just the ending. But okay, here, I will let you take it away.
It's like talk for the next 20 minutes.
I will go to sleep and wake back up.
Look, all right. Where we have been going off with this book, from my recollection, because I just, again, for the 3rd time, just finished reading the chapters we needed to read.
It is crisp in my mind right now.
It is so perfectly preserved in my mind that, look, this is what's going on, right? We have Corey, our protagonist. She is the helper sister. She fixes the problems. And then you got the actual serial killer, which is Ayola. She has killed lovers, always has a boyfriend, kills them. That's how we know the story is up to this point. And now there's the issue with the doctor that Corey loves. His name's Dr. Tade something. He's been dating Ayola because she's so pretty and perfect. He's gonna propose to her. Corey hates everything. Corey has a funny character dynamic where she comes off as a person that despises her sister, despises people around her, hates the position that she's in and the responsibilities, but then does them anyway.
Because
and then
I told
we start
you,
to
some
learn...
people just like to complain. But go ahead, what were you going to say? Sorry.
But we learned some interesting details that help really validate the story. And I really have to say, though, at the top of this, if you are just randomly tuning in on this episode, read this book. Go ahead and pick this bad boy up. Second of all, why are you here?
Why are you at the end of the book? I will say,
maybe you don't know this is the end of the book.
As somebody who likes, the title is the end of the book. It's in it. You know what it is. One of our higher listened to episodes, by the way, is like the 3rd part of So Thirsty.
Is that where all the sex and explosions happens?
You know what?
Probably, right?
It actually
How?
is.
Like, why? I mean, our commentary on it must be interesting, I guess. But that's like wanting to watch a movie and you just go to like the climax of it and you just watch that.
So,
and you don't even get to the end.
I'm actually pretty lazy when it comes to movies. Don't judge me. Hold that for later. I'll skim through it if I want to watch a movie, but don't actually want to watch a movie. So I will literally hold the button down and just skim it and be like, oh, okay, that made sense. Or if it's just really boring, I'll do that.
Heresy.
Okay, for sure. But whenever it comes to books, no, I'll look it up. I'll look up the ending.
Oh, okay. With books, it depends because there's some books that I just don't like the way it's written, but I am interested in the story. Mm-hmm. So I can't stomach continuing to read it in however confusing pattern it is because I don't like the writing, whatever it may be. So yeah, sure, I'll be like, what was this book about? What was the thing? And hope that someone makes a movie out of it.
There are, oh God, I mean, movie adaptations of it are like yes and no. I think there are only very few books that can be, that a movie can make it. What the fuck am I trying to say? Like justice? Better? No, not better. I don't think a movie
do it
can
justice,
make a book
you want to say.
Yes, to do it justice. Jesus Christ.
Hey, well, don't knock it though, because there's a lot of movies that are secretly book adaptations that you don't know about.
But how much of it is a book adaptation versus the filmmaker's dream?
Oh, like a book inspiration.
Exactly.
Like Jurassic Park.
Right, but like most of the film that I watch that are based off of book adaptations, like it's a loose interpretation.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, and I think the closer it is to, The Handmaid, The Housemaid. Like I just finished that book. I have not watched the film, but what I've seen of the film, I'm okay.
Is it like a loose adaptation thing?
No, it's 1-to-1.
Really? Mm-hmm. We gotta rent that movie.
It's
or go find it somewhere.
I don't know. The more that I steal, that does not matter right now. We're not talking about that.
We're talking about.
Sorry, we just went on a crazy
Back
tangent.
to this book.
It's just us having a conversation.
It's just it has nothing to do with anything.
Whatever.
This book, right? My sister, the serial killer with the comma in the middle. No, it's still amazingly written. It's still great. It was like it continues to be a breeze to read, and I really enjoyed going through it. Mm-hmm. And again, the same point that I brought up in all the episodes, that it is a really simple read. Like each quarter that we got through to get to this point in the last 4 episodes, fast.
You know, I will say that part of her writing has kind of almost seemed like a poem. Because the way that she kept talking about Femi and when she brought Femi up, but even not just him, but where his body was in that body of water. Like, it was like bringing it up in points to kind of circle the story back. I know that's just a good story in general, or like a good stand-up like comedian, like their bit where it's like you keep bringing it back up. It's that. You get what I'm saying.
You're looking at me and there's a pleadingness in your eyes, like you're begging me to understand.
Yeah.
You smelling with what I'm shitting?
Yeah.
I smell it.
Okay, good.
No, I get it. That the author really does take a lot of liberties with the way she brings little poetic stuff back and forth throughout the story. First, I thought it was like, oh, it's 100% just the character going through some kind of mental breakdown because but it's yes and no. It's that, and it's also a poetic like tenderness of a character like this Femi guy that's been dead the whole time, but being the constant reminder in his various states of decay or whatever, that Koriday's story is reached this point, now it's at this point, and then it's like that mirroring reflection.
All right, so I'm going to stop talking about it in generalness, and I want to get to some stuff. I've got some questions.
Okay, let's get to some stuff. So,
did Koriday kill the dad?
So we're just gonna talk about that.
Okay, I feel like I kind of went off on a trail. We need to get into the gist of it.
We've been talking for like 3 minutes.
Okay, then why is it in my head? I'm like, we've been talking for an hour.
No, I can't see the timer thing all the way over there, but I'm pretty sure it hasn't even been 10 minutes yet.
I think it has been 10. Ian.
Dude, okay.
Answer the question.
Look. Yeah, probably.
That's what
right?
I don't think.
You said it last episode because they teased, was it last time or the time before that? They teased the idea that he died in a really funny way that was just like this other guy that died in Dubai.
The dad was going to sell Iola to the fucking
some dude.
To some dude
To be like a child bride thing.
Yeah, she was 14.
Yep.
And like. Didn't understand what was going on, but was
it was like, for a business deal.
Oh my god, it was for a business deal, and he was abusive, and you've got him, like, you've got Koriday fucking talking about the cane and what the cane represented, and how, like, she kind of transitioned into her father in that way as protection, and then you have that same sort of parallel where you have, like, Iola literally deciding if men are going to use me from such a young age, and because you see how she treats men and starts to kill them and kind of goes on that path, and where it stemmed from of not only like, because obviously this is not like if this happens to you you're going to turn into a serial killer, obviously, but whatever, it's like you have to preface that.
No, I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, it's fine. Then it's just a mumbled. It's whatever. So it's not really that important.
Okay.
It's fine. But I'm like, you see those parallels because when the dad tried to sell her off so young, and then every single time, like, she's had any interaction with a guy, it's always been for that, and the dad literally beating it into her that men want nothing other than what's between her legs.
Yep.
And then you've got, like, Koriday from such a young age, too, just being like, no, I have to protect my sister. And then in the end, that's like, this felt almost like a slice of life book, but in a horror fashion, because nothing changed by the end.
Okay. I can agree with that in the sense in the physical world. Mm-hmm. Yeah, nothing actually really changed except some big parts of the story, but it basically just went back to where we started, right? Yeah. But I think, no, do you know what? No, nothing. The characters didn't change.
No, they didn't.
What changed was our perspective of them, in the way we saw them.
Okay, deep for sure.
Yeah, no, I think so. Like the person
Okay.
that changed, the thing that changed in the story, because I am of this strong belief that if you want to call it a story or a narrative, something has to change.
Well,
it can't just be a thing that happens because then there's no story. But
that's what a slice of life is, because
that's why.
you're
Okay, see, that's why I don't
into
like the idea of
characters.
slice of life.
Okay, but you can't just like knock a genre because you just don't like it. Well, this is what this book is. So are you like I refuse to like
but
a
wait,
slice
I
of
had
life?
I had a point to get to though.
Okay.
Is that you're right though? This story did feel like in its entirety a slice of life about the dynamic between these two sisters and what their upbringing was like and what they're like right now as adults with these dangerous situations. But something did change. It was the way we saw them.
To be fair, I don't think my perspective changed on it.
Mine did.
Okay.
I have opinions.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's because think back to when we started this book. We were bringing up the idea of like, is Corday gonna flip a switch? Is she going to try to do something different?
Because we're so used to the characters like actually making that decision to change, and so whenever they don't change, am I wrong to think that that's literally just a slice of life?
I am agreeing with you.
I know.
I do think this story is a great example of what we'd call like a slice of life story. I'm just saying that it's still a story of change because the way we see the characters and the way they were represented to us at the beginning of the book, to the way they started acting towards the middle, to how they just ended right back at the beginning, willfully, like wantingly, that's the change.
To stay complacent in the life that they already have.
Because they want it.
I know
because
that. What I'm saying, we're not really arguing, but it's like what I'm saying in this argument.
Like for 20 minutes we just keep arguing.
But it's a discussion, first of all.
It's a discussion.
It's a podcast. But my thought on it is that does your opinion not always change about a main character when you watch a film because you get introduced to the outside perspective and then you start to realize why they make their decisions? Otherwise, it's not a good story. So that is every
I think that
story.
depends. I think that depends.
Okay, can you give me an example?
Star Wars.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
No, super solid story. The thing is with the very first one, you got Luke Skywalker, the main guy.
We're very first movie.
I'm not gonna get into it. I'm just gonna get one. Just give me 60 seconds. That main guy, Luke Skywalker, in the very first movie, there's never really a time in the movie where you go against him or your opinion on him is negative. You see him and you go, he's the good guy. You want the good guy to succeed, and he keeps climbing, and he eventually does, and he changes. He goes from a farm boy to a guy with potential and a destiny.
Well, that's also a hero story. Like, that's a complete journey that he has to, like, have triumphs and like, failures and a bunch of other shit that comes with it. This, like, with slices of life, it's like you're just living with the character in that moment and you get to see why they make the decision. And you're also talking about, like, if we're talking just about the main Star Wars films, we're talking about 9 movies?
Hold on, I'm just talking about the first one by itself.
By itself.
That story. And talking about the idea of, like, your opinion changing on a character.
Yeah.
That, I think, is an example of a movie where your opinion doesn't really shift on that kind of character because you look at him and you go, life. No, it's not. I'm just looking at a character.
No, I'm now lost in the conversation.
We shouldn't record this late. I'm in the conversation, sort of.
I'd like there to be an appreciation for this sort of like connection with the audience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just my mom listening to it.
What?
She's laughing.
What are you doing out there, Shayla's mom? You're having a good time?
My mom. Yeah.
Hi. Okay, look, back to the shit. This is a slice of life story.
Yeah.
It is.
Crazy twist. Did not expect that.
Crazy twist because it is a slice of life, but it has like a development of change where it's like almost the character realizing, oh, okay, we can just saying it. This whole book, Corday felt like the kind of character that regretted the position that she's in and felt neglected by the things that she wants in her life, and that she hated the responsibility and the obligation she had to be her sister's protector, to be her savior and the fixer of the problems that she puts herself in, which is killing men and then having to clean up all those messes.
Yeah.
And my thought finishing that was that you'd think, in the way we betted earlier with episodes of reading this book, that Corday was going to make a big change in some way. Either stop wanting to help her sister, double down, pick up the knife herself and do something, or, I don't know, kill her sister, do whatever.
Kill herself,
or kill herself, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But then the story, what happens is the same thing just happens, is that Iola finds an opportunity to try to kill a man again. This time it's Tade, because Tade actually tries to propose to her. She says no.
That's not what happened.
That's what Iola says happens.
Yeah, but then she talks about it later at the very end about what actually happened. And Tade tried to turn Iola against Corday. And that's why she killed him. But then it's about if you believe that or not.
But the way the conversation started was that he tried to propose to her. She said no.
And
then the conversation started.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like that little bit, that little piece of true, but it wasn't the reason why she attacked him.
Yeah.
She attacked, you're right though. She attacked,
She would have killed him anyway.
She would have.
Or she would have tried to.
Yeah, so she tries to kill Tade. Tade manages to fight back, and then that's also that detail. He stabs her. Like, he does actually stab her.
He says that it's because, like, it was an accident, and, like, that they were, like, fumbling with the knife, and then
I'm trying to think about how do you fumble with the knife to the point where it stabs someone. To me, it's like, she attacks him, arm upraised, if you can imagine this. He grabs arm, grabs knife, stabs her. Like, it's just a smooth motion.
It's like the Ari from, like, Winterfell fight or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Was there ever a point whenever you were reading this last section, specifically this last one, that you thought that Corday was going to turn against her sister? Or did you ever root for that? Like, what did you find yourself rooting for before, like, the actual end?
What I was rooting for was what we were saying before, that the two of them were going to, like, double down on their dynamic and be, like, ride or die sort of thing. And I had the hope that Corday would be one to eventually be the person that would kill the person. Like she would be the one with the knife.
Yeah.
Like, it's her way of doubling down.
Well,
but we did technically get that because with stuff with the flashbacks about their father and everything, he tried to sell off Iola to this man, the whole thing. Apparently their father is a twin brother to their aunt.
Yeah.
The aunt was trying to do something for him to get Iola to go to that man's house that was going to buy her effectively, send her there alone.
Yeah, she said that she would have been there, but Corday was like, that's not fucking helpful. Like, you are willingly taking her.
Then it was put on the table that she was going to be there alone, and then started saying, you're going to like this man, he's going to give you everything and stuff. Just flat out saying, yeah, he's going to marry you as a 14-year-old. And Corday takes a cane that their father used to beat them with all the time and fights off her aunt. And then, of course, the natural reaction that everyone has, especially Ella, is like, oh my God, our dad's going to kill us now. You stopped him from enacting his plan because he's a really bad man. And then she says, not if we kill him first.
So I'm like, I just believe that I think Corday killed him. And
so,
I think
the dad is number one. Like, he's number two? No, he's number three.
No. Bear with me. They listed all the men.
They did.
Even number 5 was a new man. And it was just implying that they were going to keep going on for that dynamic.
But they revealed a number 2.
Which was Peter.
Yeah.
And it was a very short thing. And it was just listing that the dad was not number 2, which is what I was saying in the last one. I was like, damn, the dad's going to be number 2. My theory is that Corday kills the dad. The mom doesn't know. Or maybe she does, I don't know. To
Probably
protect Iola. No, because Corday didn't want to tell the mom that Iola was a serial killer. Although I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't. Let me go through this.
I didn't say anything.
Corday kills the dad to protect Iola. Iola then, as a, I guess, sisterly response to be like, well, thank you for saving me from like being a child bride. I'm assuming it's marriage, or it might have just been.
It's a child bride situation.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
But I'm assuming that, right? That then Iola decides to never put Corday in that situation about killing again, or maybe kind of
okay.
like launches it off to be I'm gonna kill these men who only want me because of my looks and because of because of what I look like. So, and then Corday doesn't actually have to kill again for. Does that make sense? I'm like saying the same
I
thing
get it.
over
I
and
get
over
it.
again.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of like they both come into this unspoken promise that they make to each other. Mm-hmm. No one says anything about it, and I'm pretty sure that they naturally both have their gripes with the roles that they have.
Yes, because you have to think about it from Isla's perspective to constantly only ever be objectified and to only be seen as something. It's easier to kind of fall into that role, to accept it and still get what you want. Like she's really smart, like it seems, and like she's really loyal to her sister and to her family. So she's just like, if I can get everything that I want from acting like this, I'm going to act like that on the outside, but that's obviously not how I feel.
Yeah.
And I can see that from like Corday's perspective. When you're hearing Iola talk, you're like, are you even trustworthy? Because like whenever she was talking about why she stabbed Tade, she was like, he hit me. Then she goes to surgery. She comes out of surgery. He proposed, I said no. And like, yeah, she lied to Corday at first, then lies to the police, and then whenever they go home, she's supposedly like telling the truth, which makes sense because then like Iola is also asking like, what did you tell him? And then Corday's kind of feeling guilty that she would ever let a man come in between them.
And Corday almost did.
Oh, I thought she was going to. Like I thought for a small moment, and I was like, damn, that would kind of like ruin the story.
That would be a bad ending to me. Like if she actually like tried to do her whole thing with Tade and try to win his affection and stuff, especially when it's been laid out by the story and even by Iola that he's just a man. Again, he's just another one of those men that want nothing but surface level things.
Well, I'm also wondering if it would have been different had Tade actually like maybe confessed his love for Corday.
But he doesn't.
But he didn't, and so then she didn't let. Like she says, like I hate that a man came between us, but that was a man that she just fawned over that didn't even like her. So I'm wondering if it would be the opposite effect, and if she would have, if he did, and he was like, "Damn, I picked the wrong sister," sort of thing. And then because I don't know if it would have made sense to the story because like this, I know that like you've got serial killers in the story, but it seems more grounded about somebody not switching their mind up like that and doubling down, like Tade, like doubling down on that, and even going as far to like once Corday started talking shit about Iola to him, even whenever he was in like that lustful stage of just like idolizing Iola, he never like forgave her and just kept getting more aggressive about like Corday in general, about for saying anything about Iola. And I'm like, dude, they're literally sisters. They're gonna say some nasty shit about each other. But I would just, I'd love to be a fly on the wall every time Iola killed one of those men.
Yeah, just to know what was going on in that room,
But they definitely both love it.
Yes, they do. That you brought up a really good point, though, of how it felt like Tade was, like, defending Iola from Corday.
Yeah.
When it was literally the opposite. Like that's if that made sense. Like the dynamic was actually the reflection of that.
Yeah.
It's like you felt like it's Corday versus Iola, and he's like stepping into like, no, you have to you should defend your sister and you should honor her and respect her and protect her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she is. Well, at the end of the day, she always is.
Also, Tade's kind of like, remember, like all
he's kind of an idiot.
He's kind of a fucking idiot because she was literally going to stab you. You end up stabbing her, like Iola, and then Corday shows up, takes care of the problem, is like, dude, Tade, you can't say shit, you're gonna go to jail. And he's like, what? No, self-defense. And it's like, you were like, like over 6 feet tall.
She's 5'2", apparently.
She's 5'2" and really small and petite. And it's like, I guess, like, you can try, but it's not really gonna work in your favor, especially with the corrupt system that they were already talking about in the beginning of this book. It's like, I find it hard to believe that a woman from a good family is gonna become the bad guy in this situation.
Corday literally describes it as
Right.
such. Oh yeah, so the chain of events of what happens there, like to this big climax, was just Corday is binge watching TV and eating nuts. Gets a phone. Basically, that's how that starts. Gets a phone call. It's from Iola. Answers it, and she's like, "Ugh." Like help, like just says her
But
name.
she said no.
She says her name, and that's it.
Okay. For sure.
No, because then when we get in that next little bit of the chapter,
confused me.
that confused
kept
me.
Jumping to the point where I was like, I listened because I was audiobooking it. All right, guys, be gentle with me. But I was audiobooking it. I'm coining that term. It's probably already coined, but whatever.
I don't think so. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
Okay. Neither does. Now I was going to get into a whole tangent, but it's okay.
let's just keep going. You don't need to. I saw that. I saw you like. I saw you rise up.
I was going to say like anything maxing.
Doesn't make
like
any sense.
Aura maxing,
yeah,
looks
game
maxing, game maxing.
What does that even mean?
Yeah. So, anyways, I was
Dino maxing.
I am a stegosaurus.
I can see myself doing that. Anyway, continue.
I don't know what I was gonna say.
All right. Anyway, so that was the funny thing is that there was that little chapter bit where Iola calls Corday, and like it's the start of a phone call conversation, which is also really funny because then it cuts to another
my God, I
chapter.
remember what I was gonna say.
There you go. I'll stop talking.
Literally, I was working out. I was listening to the audiobook, and I had to listen to it and actually set down like mid-set to like really like focus my hearing. And I was like, this doesn't make any sense. So I came up and I started like reading the book to be like, no, this still doesn't make sense. Yeah, the time jumps. And because she talked about a dream 2 things prior.
Yeah.
Like I was actually worrying that we were going to start like slipping in reality. And I was like, I can't do that.
It was jumping around a little bit.
But I was like, I can't read that right now. I was like, it's 11 p.m. at night. I've got to record the podcast.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't take a second to figure out what's going on. But no, yeah, go ahead.
So what happened, though, after that little phone call is that it did like a quick trick where it's a phone call again between Iola and Corday where Iola's like crying and saying that I killed him. And then Corday's like, what happened? It's like, I didn't mean for it to happen. He's dead.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa, what's going on? Look at the chapter. Yeah. It's called Number 2, Peter.
Yeah.
It's a flashback.
Yes.
To when it was the second time she got a call like that she killed him.
But it was literally just the call.
It was just a call. We know nothing
on.
else.
Yeah.
We don't ever see a Peter.
He
sounds white. Like he just. We don't hear him. We don't see him.
Yeah.
It's just literally that moment. So that we go into this next chapter thinking that like, bro, she killed Tade. That's crazy. Fuck yeah. Place your bets. No. Corday goes to Tade's house and like she has this whole thing in her head where she's like, this is the first time I'm actually stepping foot in this house. I imagined it in many different ways, but not like this. Shut up.
All right. Literally,
like, please shut up. Don't bring this back.
Yeah.
And Tade's the one that answers the door, and he's covered in sweat. And then you start piecing it together where Corday's like, where is she and stuff. Yeah, and then Tade stabbed her. That was the altercation that happened. And then they go to the hospital, and they do get to perform surgery on Iola. She ends up being okay and stuff, like her normal funny self, where she's like taking pictures of her wound for Snapchat. She's all good. Tade gets his license revoked and goes to jail for a few months because he obviously stabbed her.
Oh, I don't think I think I zoned out.
You zoned out on that part. Yeah.
Like,
The end of his story is that he goes to jail for a few months for assault. Everyone knows that he was holding that knife and stabbed her. The knife is gone, apparently.
Yeah.
After the surgery.
Oh, see, and that kind of made me feel like
those little details got like glossed.
But that made me feel like that they had like moved on. And then by the last chapter, when they're like number 5, we're like, okay, they didn't move on. They just changed tactics.
Exactly, because that chapter was like the one where it was Corday going, okay, no, I am fully in on this because Iola tells the police that, it was Tade pointing the whole finger at him. And then Corday's like having her final moment. I'm like, no, I'm supposed to save him, but I'm sacrificing her, this, and this. And Iola tells her, like, you need to stop sitting on the fence and choose a side.
I do.
Because it's not about him and me and you. It's about, because Corday said a fun line. No, it's Iola who says it. But Corday says that, how can you say this kind of stuff to the police? Just lie outright. It's your word against his. And she's like, no, it's our word against his.
Yeah.
And then it continues to cement that thing where we get the flashback with the dad stuff. that it was Koriday's idea to start this idea of killing to solve problems.
I mean,
and
family obligation is so embedded in this book.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know that, like, reading about it, it's really hard because, like, she's not going to leave that. She's going to stay in that. Like, I don't even think that she would never forgive herself if she went and, like, turned in her sister.
Yeah,
because also they might not even believe her.
Exactly.
But
she proposed that question. Side story stuff that happened besides this, like the coma patient guy that wakes up, Muhtar had a whole little mini dynamic that
I
was
thought
kind
they were
of
gonna
that
get
was
together,
being.
and I was like, thank God they don't.
No. It was more of like he was showing her another perspective on the idea of love, obligation, duty, lying, changing your mind, deceit, and that sort of thing. Because he's dealing with his whole family thing, where his son. Muhtar wakes up. Of course, all his family catches him up on like their lives and stuff. One of his sons comes up with a woman, and he's like, "I'm gonna marry this girl. Please give us your blessing and pay for the wedding." And then Muhtar's like, "Didn't I just pay for another wedding before I fell into this coma inconveniently?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, but it didn't work out." And he's like, "I'm not paying for another wedding." And so fighting happens. That relationship gets broken, and then Muhtar's wife comes in with his brother, and they're super close in affection and stuff. Obviously cheating, that was something that was implied earlier that Koriday noticed. Also, Koriday's in the room during all this because Muhtar wants her to be in there.
To give her strength.
To give him strength, yeah.
To give him strength.
And it's just little lessons from his perspective for her that love is an interesting topic. It's not such a clean-cut thing. Yeah. There's a lot of duty involved with it and responsibility. It's mirroring the stuff that Koriday's facing.
So it's like pick who you want to love sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, I know it has family obligation, but, like, I mean, when she decided to throw away or, like, burn his phone number, I didn't realize it at first, but I think I was, like, at the end of my wits when it came to just reading in general.
Yeah.
That I was like, okay, that's weird. Okay, burned it. Sure, whatever. I don't really know what's going to come from that. But it was literally like burning that bridge of, because he offered her, like, protect these innocent so-called men, and so-called innocent men is what I meant to say, and turn in your sister. And so it was also like that line of, if she kept in contact with him, she had to do that.
Like that was always going to be a option. Like that's always a possibility that she can pursue because someone else knows.
Well, what's stopping him from turning her in? Because the whole point is that, like, she confided in him because she didn't want anybody to know. So he was in a coma. He comes out of a coma. He's like, I heard everything. She's like, what the fuck? Okay, whatever. And then he's like, it's fine. Like, it seems like you're kind of going through it. So, like, I'm not holding anything against you. Like, it's not you, it's your sister. So it's just about, like, things are getting done to you. What are you going to do about it? And it's like, be the better person, which is turning in the serial killer. And so she kind of floats that idea a lot. And it's kind of warped up in a way of like floating love. Like picking who to love, like picking to love Tade or picking to love the sister. I'm so curious to know how different the story would be if it truly was a love triangle.
Right, that would have been a really different thing.
Because
it wasn't. It was very one-sided.
It wasn't even decided for her. Like, Tade, like,
it was a love line.
did not fucking like her.
No.
And I don't know. He felt so scummy because he was so, like, passive until he wasn't.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, to have that sort of mentality and for it to, like, come out later that you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, Iola had it right. Like, no, I mean, like, yeah, he stabbed her out of self-defense, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about the way that he treated Koriday versus the way he treated Iola.
Oh, Iola was fucking right.
Solely based off of looks.
Yeah.
And even to the point where, like, Koriday's like, hey, like, I'm really trying to warn you about my sister. Like, I didn't even say that, like, she loved him or anything. It was just like, I know my sister, it's not going to work. And he's just like, go fuck yourself, you stupid bitch. Like, that was the energy he was giving off this entire fucking time. Crazy that he just goes to jail. I do like Iola's, like, adaptability.
Very adaptive. It's so funny. It's funny to see.
She kills somebody with poison, then she stabs somebody.
She knifes like 4 people though.
Yeah, and then I think it's so funny of her getting knifed and being like, damn, the irony, am I right? And you're like, that's kind of fucking funny.
Yeah, it is. It's back to the Mutar thing. Now that we're like saying all of this out loud, you're right. Mutar was the option of he was demonstrating and showing Corday that like, hey, this is the option that you can take to separate yourself from your problems and your tethers, because his wife comes in with with his brother and stuff, and they're all fighting and everything. It's the usual. But the idea behind it is that he won't give the money to pay for that wedding thing. It's like that little thing with his son.
Yeah.
And then later there's another scene, like another scene, another chapter, where his wife is just there crying, and the reason why is because they got into a fight, her and Mutar, and he wants a divorce.
No, she wanted a divorce.
She wanted a divorce?
I thought.
No, him. That she was crying, sneering at Corday. Corday's like, were you fighting with your wife? She was crying. He's like, yeah. And then what they talked a little bit, and then it was like maybe she still loves you, and like maybe like there's something there. And then he's like, he said something along the lines of,
you can't take back words that's been said. He didn't say who said it. He said that's been said.
Fuck, you're right.
And I think it was.
I want to believe it's him who said it because it amplifies and proves my point.
Well,
he's the one that said, like, saying that, for example, to your sister, to Iola, saying, I'm done with you, I divorce you, I stop, I'm out of this, I'm cutting myself away.
Yeah.
I'm not helping anyone anymore, I'm only helping myself.
Yeah.
Like, he's showing Corday that is an option, and that's what he thinks that she should do. And like save people and remove yourself from the situation. And then Corday makes her choice visually by burning the number. It wasn't just a random cool moment where like she throws the embers in the sky and blows it away or whatever. It's her making that choice of, I'm not gonna do that because it's me because it's going to be me and my sister.
I love a sibling story though.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a sucker for it. Anytime, I don't know, maybe it's just like, maybe it is that family obligation that you have to have, but it's different whenever it comes from sibling versus when it comes from a parent.
Also murder and stuff.
For sure. I'm a big horror fan. I don't know if you know. But I don't know, I liked it. I liked that it didn't have anything to do with love and had everything to do with sisterly bonds. I don't have a sister, I have two brothers, but same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it ended perfectly because the number 5 wasn't a victim that we know of. It's a future victim.
Yeah.
It's the cycles continuing again, and Coraday's like, all right, let's see how long this guy lasts.
I wonder if there's a sequel and if it has to do from Iola's perspective.
Interesting. The author Braithwaite, she has another novel that's like advertised in like the back sleeve of like the book. It's just a different novel. It has to do with curses.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was like on our yearly list.
Yeah, it could be. So not a sequel probably. I don't see this being a book that needs a sequel. Because sure, we can get Iola's perspective, but yeah, all right.
I think it would only make it worth it. It couldn't be another slice of life. It would actually have to be action.
Too many slices.
Too many slices? Well, it'd be one slice from hers, though.
Yeah, I guess. They're one slice from different pies.
Sure.
They're not slices from the same pie. What?
Same bakery.
So it's a key lime pie and then a banana cream.
For sure.
Why those two? Because they're the only ones I remember right now.
Okay. Well,
that was a book.
That was a book. I want to say before we trail off,
and stop talking
stop talking and we're just done for the day. I mean, I would recommend this book to anybody.
Oh yeah, it's a great read. I wasn't expecting to read this. This isn't a book I would have just picked up and read. This was one that I read with obligation.
Because of me.
Because of you and this thing we're doing.
And this podcast.
But no, I'm glad we read it. I had that moment. I closed the last page and like I read a little bit of the acknowledgements. I closed the book and went, holy shit, I just read another book.
I would say that it was like, it's one of my favorite books, but compared to the book that we're going to read next month, it doesn't even make fucking top 5. I mean, it definitely beats most of the books that I've read.
Top big words.
Top 5.
Top 5?
Wow. So next month, we're going to be reading Opportunity by Wes C., a great local author here in Portland, Oregon. I will say it's a short novel. It's a novella. So we're going to cut it up into 3 sections. And then the last week, we're going to do an interview with the author himself.
That's cool. A cool spin on this.
We haven't done it yet.
No. Am I part of that interview? No.
Yeah.
I am?
Yeah.
What am I doing in that interview?
Talking? Listening?
I have to ask questions?
We'll figure it out.
Okay. Now I'm nervous. I thought I was just going to, like, dip for a week.
Wes said that he was excited to join. He's got a lot to say.
Okay.
I'm more excited to see if our commentary is nice. That it's a what?
We only have 2 mics.
Oh, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Well, that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Next week, like I said, we'll be reading the book Opportunity and going over the first part of that by Wes C.
New book alert. Anyway, so go ahead and check us out on audio platforms like the one you are probably using right now. So this could be Spotify or Apple Podcasts. We're on both of those bad boys. And if you'd like to give us a cool rating, go ahead, do it. Surprise me with the rating. Please, like let it be at least 4 stars.
Like,
at least 4 or 5. Don't surprise me with like a low starred one. It'd really help us out and we'd really appreciate it. And if you don't listen to us on an audio platform and for some reason you're on YouTube, we are here on YouTube. We don't have a video format yet, though we're gonna work on getting that at some point in the future. I do recognize, that I've said that like 16 times. Ignore that.
Keep saying it.
I'm just gonna keep saying it. We're gonna get there soon. And also support local libraries.
If you want to keep up with what chapters we're reading next, make sure to follow our Instagram page at Read No Evil, where we get into what the monthly book reveals are, other fun bits, and our calendar schedule. So till next time, keep reading more evil. Bye, guys.
Read evil, bye.